Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Star Series here at the C Qualifier. I'm Luminous, and I'm going to be joined by Eosin Dota, and this is Execration taking on Warriors Gaming, a best of two series, and the draft is well on its way. We got a Darkseer, Slaughter, and Crystal Maiden for Execration. It looks like WG is going to go for the Shadow Demon Mirana combination instead. Last time we saw these two paired together, it was some Mirana support, but the strength of the draft is that you could easily swap it around. Yosin, we are halfway through. What do you got for us in terms of the analysis for the draft?
I mean, Execration, we just watched them play yesterday, and this is like very reminiscent of what they did yesterday. Like, not many changes. They just really like to run this. I think DJ only played Darkseer and like Centaur, right? I don't think he played anything else.
Yes.
And then they just group up. Yeah, they just group up, and they, for the most part, they always hit these combos. It's really, really strong, and I think they're just gonna stick to what they've been doing for the past couple days.
Actually, DJ played a couple of Sand King games, right? I remember.
That's true. That's right.
Those weren't as on point as the Darkseer or the Centaur. But we saw this exact combination out of TNC yesterday, the Darkseer Slaughter duel off, and it was very good at pressuring people.
Ursa Warrior.
Ooh, Ursa Warrior.
Okay.
I think they felt a little confident in picking Juggernaut because you already see the Darkseer and the Slaughter. There's like very, very little chance that you'll see an Axe, for example. But
okay.
Ursa's another one of those cores that can shred apart a Juggernaut.
I mean, less so in the laning stage, more so in the actual fights.
Like, both, honestly. Depending on how they lane it. I mean, you can even put an Ursa Warrior mid if they decide on a Juggernaut middle, for example. I mean, Ursa can easily lane against that.
Right. I mean, the chance of that happening is quite low, because I don't think Warrior Gaming will actively choose to put that lane together. Instead, they're probably going to want the Sand King versus Ursa matchup, which I think on face is not so bad, but then once you factor in the Crystal Maiden, I think the Sand King is going to have a little bit of a tougher time.
They might even aggro Trilane with the Sand King. Like, just SD Mirana and Sand King.
Okay. I mean, I feel like Sand King needs quite a bit of levels to be effective. I'm expecting more of the SD Mirana roaming around quite a bit. Although I think the fact that there's a Slaughter Darkseer in the offlane might force at least one of the supports to stay there.
I mean, if you're gonna put one of the supports to lane against these two, you might as well just put both of them down, because like just having one of them is not going to be very effective.
Okay, that's fair.
So they're just going to move around if that's the case. But I mean, it's a Juggernaut. He does pretty good against a Darkseer if it's a 1v1. But I mean, if there's a Slaughter as well, they either just try to make things happen on the other lanes and win it for their other cores, or they stay as a tri-lane, and I think their tri-lane should be more than enough to deal with Slaughter or Darkseer.
I think that's still advantage Execration in the sense that their dual lane commands the attention of a tri-lane. So somewhere else on the map, Execration is going to have a numbers advantage. So they're most
but I mean,
likely...
it's like you said, that's the strength of picking Mirana so early. It can be a multiple of things. It can either be a support or a mid. Very rarely, off lane or something like that. But they can always pick another support here if they wanted to.
Okay. I guess they also could do SD Sand King as the support duo. That's been done before.
5 seconds.
Because right now they're not exactly the greatest on disables, so they might want to consider another one if they do go with the mid Rana route.
Okay, mid Rana, is that what you just call that?
Mid Mirana.
Oh, okay. I thought you just
Mid Rana, is that what you thought I?
That's what I heard.
Well,
It's actually not so bad.
it's actually not so bad.
Yeah.
All right, that's not going to be the case.
Okay, SF on the mid lane. Now Execration has the overall final pick to counter the SF. TA comes to mind. Viper if they really want to go ham on the Shadow Fee.
I think they want something else that can go like fairly late. I don't think you want to rely too much on the Ursa.
Yeah, I like TA in the sense that it dominates the lane. It gives you good tower pushing, which is what this team really lacks, right? Ursa, even if he's really ahead, still has trouble breaking high ground. Whereas TA eats the high ground for breakfast.
I don't think it's that easy for TA, but it's definitely not a bad pick here.
About time.
Especially you combo it up with the Slardars, easy Roshans, and
Yeah. I mean, they have Ursa already.
Ursa.
I don't think
Yeah.
Roche is a concern for the dire side. Alright, there you go.
Alright, you called it.
What a call, guys.
So overall, I think I really like Execration's draft. It's just really strong in the early game, really strong in the mid game. Like it's passable for late game. I think it's actually like not bad at all. At the same time, Warriors Gaming Unity, like if they have like really good map movement in the early game, they can actually just pick people off nonstop. Like there's actually very little you can do about it as Execration.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can make the argument that it's easier to play on the Execration side, but I think it's not such an outdraft that Warrior Gaming cannot win through some decent movements over the map. So I think it's going to be fairly even. Comes down to the Ursa lane, which, again, I think he has a very good lane against the Sanking. Like, if WG does the standard stuff, if they just put Sanking top...
I mean, it's too early to tell, though. Like, you can easily just, like, safe lane your Sand King and then, like, aggro
Offensive
trialing
try.
your Jug or something like that. I don't really recommend it, but, I mean, it's always, like, an option.
Well, my point is that WG, I think they have to do something a little bit different or wonky, because if the lanes are, like, the most standard way to go, I think Execration is going to have the advantage.
Well, a lot of it just really depends on how the SC and Potom perform, I think.
Okay, well, we're gonna see a level 1 smoke gank here being led by Afu. Shadow Demon's gonna drop a pretty nice ward right in front of the tower as well, and so far Crystal Maiden was within the trajectory. I think Ursa is the kill they really want, though. Ooh, this smoke might break.
They're gonna see him.
Okay,
the
Courier
Take
is
the
not
Courier.
being micro. Okay, Courier's dead. That's
And then
already...
they're still gonna catch Nando?
Yep, Shadow Demon. The arrow's gonna
There's
fly
no
through.
follow-up.
Yep. What do you mean
Just-
there's no follow-up? That's
Just got it.
Yeah. There you go. That is... Oh. Ooh, and they even give full
They
souls to
wanted to
Shadow
give it to
Fiend.
Nana.
Okay.
Dream start. This is the absolute dream start.
Full souls for the Shadow Fiend. First blood for the Shadow Fiend. Courier snipe. You get a kill on the enemy carry. I don't think you could actually ask for anything else. I guess you could ask for Roche, but, you know.
You can ask for a 5-man wipe
Okay.
and then Roche. Alright. That's a little too insane.
Yeah.
This is like the dream start. It actually doesn't get any better than this.
So...
Actually, no. There is a way for it to get better. If you have Clockwork, you can actually.
No, you have full souls
Actually,
already.
Max.
You have full souls.
No. It's 18. Lumi, please. You're not
Oh.
a Shadow Fiend player.
Yeah, I'm not. I thought you used to get full souls as soon as you get a kill, but no, it's actually 12 souls. I mean, if they had Clockwork, they wouldn't have such a easy time to get the kills, right?
Yeah. They 12 souls.
Yeah.
No
not
joke.
bad. Yeah.
Now he starts with boots. Like this is actually so rough for TA now. Like normally TA actually does pretty well against the Shadow Fiend,
Yep.
but boots first and 12 souls. I don't know how I feel about this lane anymore.
I mean, I guess TA, if he gets to Sideblade like a god, could make a comeback.
Even then, it's like impossible.
Oh, he's not Sideblading like a god. Let me tell you that right now.
I mean, there's no way you can sideblade that, right?
Meanwhile, Ben. Hey, I think he's gonna have a little bit of trouble. I mean, melee hero against Furry Swipes, 20-second buff. If you thought Jingu Mastery was not fair, this is the next level stuff.
Well, to be fair, Ursa's Fury Swipes is pretty insane, but it's not 300 range.
That's true. He doesn't have a stick. I mean, Crystal Maiden's gonna be his range buffer, except they're not really communicating.
He's out of mana now, though.
Yeah.
He's out of mana. And
Oh,
Ben
rip clarity.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
not what you want. Uh-oh.
I mean, you just
Now he's got nothing.
take Aura
I think
too.
you actually might have to consider going to Shrine or something. Oh, he's gonna get run down by
he
Ben.
might be dead. Okay, there's no Burrow Strike.
No. No Burrow Strike.
All right,
Gives them enough time to run to the tower.
meanwhile, TA needs help in the mid lane, so. So how risky was that level 1 smoke? Not very risky at all, right? If you think about it.
No, definitely not. You
So-
gain a lot of information, and you don't really lose anything for it except for one smoke, right?
Right.
And by using it so early on, oh, Nana misses the raise.
Oh, cancels the salves though. Oh man, this lane is over.
Yeah,
this lane is
yeah,
actually
this lane.
over. Alright, X-Nova's gonna swing around. Tries to, oh, he finds DJ. I mean, he's gonna just steal this camp, right? You probably just hit down the... You take the big creep, and then you just go.
And then arrow it.
Yeah. And actually, I think you just
Leave it.
Yeah, leave that small creep there. Make him think about life a little bit.
Alright, now he took it. He's taking.
I mean, seeing how effective that level 1 smoke is, I'm surprised at why we don't see teams going for it a little bit more. Granted, if you go for it every single time, then it's not going to work because people are expecting it.
See if he gets caught out. Nope. This mid lane. Look at this mid lane. This is what happens when you give Shadow Fiend this kind of start.
Yeah.
It is actually impossible.
He's got more denies.
Oh, arrow.
Oh no, 55.
I mean,
I don't think he dies here.
he doesn't die here.
Yeah.
There's no more raises. He went for the TA, but I mean, they're like out of everything. They have to use the shrine now. This is his last hope. He has to get as much as he can with this.
I mean,
This
look at the
shrine.
CS differential. Shadow Fiend's got 22 and 10. TA's got 6.
Honestly, I'm impressed that he even has 6.
I mean, he did last at a couple under a tower, so.
Okay, a couple more here.
Look at Nana just going in. I mean, side blades
Side blade.
doing some work. 55's coming in here. I think he might blunder this lead if he gets crushed. 55. Yeah, that's gonna be crush range. Wait, why no crush?
needs
Why no
help.
crush?
Ow.
Why no crush?
Oh!
Why no crush? Now the lane's lost.
Hold up.
That's
It's not over yet.
It's over.
Oh, he's
It's
going
over.
for it.
Yeah.
Oh, he almost did it. That was actually a really good play by Gabby, but unfortunately, he's so far behind it doesn't even matter.
Why no crush? If they crush it, they kill Shadow Fiend, right? Am I missing something here?
I don't think he expected the arrow.
Okay,
And they were waiting for Crystal Maiden
fair.
to ensure the kill, like 100% ensure the kill. And I mean, just a great arrow coming out of X Nova.
Yeah, 2 great arrows now,
Ruby.
right? One hit 55 earlier as well. Didn't convert it into a kill, but you know. Message arrow. Now a little bit more than message. DJ on the bottom side is gonna get surged, but the body block from Ajit gets a little bit more damage in. Meanwhile, back in the top lane here, Ben might be in a little bit of trouble. He does have Burrow Strike and Sandstorm. Will use it both, and he is within the safety of his shrine.
Damn, this is like the most brutal mid lane
Yeah.
ever. He's slowly catching up now, at least. Like, since there's so many people coming in and out, the lanes are all over the place. He's getting some kind of farm, but I think someone's gonna have to stack for him. Oh, they already are though. The ancient stack is at 1 right now. He might need more than that, especially since he's got these regen creeps. They're really hard to deal with for
Yeah.
TA.
I mean, he probably needs a shrine to actually get the length on. Gabby, just going hard. Courier not being micro. Courier's dead. He's not going for the courier.
No, he's not going for the courier. Deny it in his face.
Damn, look at this Shadow Fiend. I think the only thing that can make it even better is if he's taunting as he's chasing into the tower. Arrow.
Arrow?
Gonna find the Crystal Maiden.
Oh,
Right in the back, man.
that level 2 arrow.
Yeah. This
Very
guy,
surprising to see level 2 arrow as well.
I mean, it's not that surprising. You see players that are very confident at hitting their arrows, they just get it. Right at level 3 even.
Okay.
I mean, F Shadow even as a setup, right? So, mid lane, we're going to see a surge coming in here, and Nana should definitely die here. No help whatsoever, and
Oh.
finally, that's going to be Gabby getting a little bit of return kill. Also, 4-man rotation, though, and now that me Ursa on the top lane.
No, they tried to set up a disruption arrow, but there was a creep right in front of him blocking.
see.
Dodges that arrow.
Okay.
Well, you know, I think I said yesterday that if you rotate 4 heroes to kill 1 person without any objective, it's not worth it. But
Okay.
I think in this situation, it's actually worth it.
I mean, he had a killing spree, right? So TA gets a little bit of extra gold back.
Yeah, and it gives a little more space to him.
Yeah. Sorry for missing that one. Solo kill by Ajit, finding the Omni Slash. That's more of Darkseer making perhaps a mistake.
Alright, Shadow Fiend building up his souls again. See what Nando ends up going. I think, like,
Shadow Fiend
WG
doesn't
should
care.
be more than ready.
I'm just watching him. Like, he sees Iron Shell, right, on top of TA. He's just, like, trading hits. No problem.
Nana taking a lot of tower shots.
Yeah, Nana's actually, like, not respecting the tower at all. Alright, Slaughter's gonna swing around. He does have Iron Shell on him, but looks like Arrow was
Top
missed
lane?
on top. I mean, they could just Burrow Strike for a Leap Starstorm. That should be easy.
Little bit too fast for him.
Ooh, look at Nando.
Oh, that sentry ward. Gotta be careful.
A soldier's fortune.
So Gabby is kind of caught up now. Not only that, he also has a stack waiting for him. So, you know, the early laning phase was pretty awful, but all things considered, I think he's recovering just fine. And I think as long as he doesn't die in the next, like, 4 minutes or so, this TA is still going to be, like, a threat.
Now,
And he
like,
even went for a Quelling Blade to found him.
both Ursa as well as TA are meant to be lane dominating and snowballing off of that domination. How much does it hurt that he didn't necessarily have the best lane, and Ursa also in particular is not having the best lane?
I mean, I think the biggest issue is that the Darkseer isn't having a great lane either. So, like, their group up potential is a little slowed down. They're going to
Okay.
have to wait much longer than they would like to.
As mid-towers haven't technically
And, I mean, there is always that potential where WG just might, like, beat them straight up in the mid game. And Ajit going in on DJ, just spitting out the wave.
I mean, I think that one thing that WG could look to just to seal the deal in terms of this early mid game is if they could somehow take the first Roche away from Execration, that's going to be a big blow. Because I feel like Execration, if they get Aegis on Ursa or TA, they could actually take a couple of good fights and get themselves back. We'll see if WG is going to either challenge Roche or even try to take Roche themselves.
It's going to be so difficult for them because, like, WG just have an insane lead right now. I mean, look at this Mirana. Look how much farm he has.
Yeah, straight point booster.
So by the time, you know, Execration cores get up their early mid-game items, this Mirana is probably going to have a Scepter as well. And then at that point, you kind of really wonder, like, can we really fight into this?
Okay, right now there's a bit of jungling by Crystal Maiden. Is the TA gonna come take this huge stack? They even have a shrine to back it up. This is kind of what I thought would happen when the new patch first came out. People would just stack next to the shrine and just farm. But it's actually the first time seen it since the new patch. Stacking is just not a thing anymore.
I think some teams do it, but it's never going to be, you know, like the old school stacking where you've got like 5 stacks. It's just, I think like 3 is usually the most I've ever seen.
Yeah.
If it gets stacked any more than that, I mean, it's really, really rare.
Well,
Like,
I just think stacking in general is just not prioritized, and I feel like it should be a little bit more.
gold and sweet.
Well, they're investing a lot into this stack. It's coming up to 11. See if Gabby goes for the
No, I think he's gonna clear it.
4 staff. So I'm kind of curious as to how this stack goes for a TA with all this region.
I mean, it's pretty easy, right? Meanwhile, it looks like Ajit finds yet another solo kill. This time, though, as a help of
Uses
a
that, yeah,
Dark Troll
very
Summoner.
nicely played.
I guess he baited out the Surge. But now it's going to be a challenge coming in from X-Nova. X-Nova going for 55. Moonlight Shadow is going to get used. Sentry drops immediately, and now they get to deward the enemy Sentry as well. Gabby's eyeing the stack. It's super low. And WG is getting in position. They also dropped an Observer Ward to see the future of this stack. Shadow Fiend is pressuring the tower now. Oh,
This
Ben.
stack is what everyone's looking at.
Yeah, Ben has the perfect position. He's got a Blink Dagger inside of trees with the epicenter ready to go. So if Crystal Maiden, okay, tower goes down.
The Dire weren't partial to that mid tower.
I think if Execration loses this stack to the Shadow Fiend. Alright, Blink Burrow Strike. Arrow's gonna hit. Gabby dead.
I think that should translate to the stack getting stolen, right?
No, they're actually gonna defend top instead. Gonna try to bully away the. Okay,
Yeah,
no,
Link.
Shadow Fiend's going for it. Yeah, that's the stack, man. Well, or maybe not here.
Rooted.
Creeps doing a little bit of help. He lost too. Ben is still in a perfect spot, and this ward is just
But he
giving
picked up a
them.
regen. Yeah, he still has the epicenter.
Yeah, you could just epicenter the Crystal Maiden. At the
You
very
could just
least.
go.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, but the ward gets taken out.
I think he
His
respects.
team isn't close enough. Yeah, his team isn't close enough either.
I mean, it's so dangerous to go on the Crystal Maiden. You probably get the CM kill, but Ursa is gonna just pop his ultimate. Alright, Poison scouting things out a little bit again. Ben? Or do they want... Yeah, they want the TA. Blinking right on top of Gabby. Gabby gets Burrow as well, and that's going to be yet another kill on top of Gabby. 55. Going down to one more right click. Yes,
Ooh,
Shadow
that was so
Fiend.
close.
Look at his damage output. My god. And now the stack officially gets stolen. I really like Ben's patience there. Just did not jump.
Disconnect coming out of Juggernaut. So, I mean, so far, this is like looking really disastrous for Execration. This is... I mean, we said they had the easier early game to play, but... I mean, WG just destroyed them in the laning phase. Like, what is the difference right now? 7,500 EXP and 10,000
net worth. Yeah.
10,000 net worth. Is only 13 minutes in. That is... I don't know if it was like a record or something, but that sounds like a ridiculous amount to be ahead of in 13 minutes.
Yeah. And I mean, both of these teams are quite evenly matched in terms of skill level, but just that's the start that WG had. And WG is going to just go for the throw, right? Like, if they get Roche, I just don't see how Execration could make a comeback.
Yeah, and they have the items and the heroes for it. It's going to be a little slower, but healing ward is off in 20 seconds or so. I don't even think they need it.
Yeah, Arrow's going to hit Roche on the backside. I mean, I wish they have like a medallion for this, but looks like neither support has gone for it.
It's fine. They got the Shadow Fiend aura. Level 1, 3 armor. Good enough. They killed it pretty easily.
Alright, healing ward back up.
Oh, that's interesting. They gave... I see a Tome of Knowledge in Juggernaut's backpack. Is he going to use that?
I think that's Shadow Demon is the one that bought it, so...
But, I mean, Juggernaut's the one who has it here.
He's not using it. He's not swapping his TP scroll. Maybe he's just holding it hostage from Afu. I don't know why. Afu has been playing amazingly.
And let me see. I believe Shadow Fiend bought a Shadow Blade. So nothing too new.
I'm actually surprised that
he did use it, by the way.
Okay. I am surprised by the fact that he gone for the Dragonlance first, because I feel like when you have this kind of amazing lead, going for the Shadow Blade just pressures so much on the Execution side. The cores can't farm alone anymore. The supports have to invest into detection, where they're already too poor to do so. But Dragonlance, obviously very helpful at just this, right? Sieging towers, giving good stats.
Yeah, it makes it like much more difficult for Execration to actually gank him in the mid lane as well. I mean, I think this is like a perfectly fine and safe choice.
Sure.
Just go for the Dragonlance. You just, don't play it greedy. You just hit creeps in your lane. You're not really too worried about getting ganked because you got all those stats.
Alright, this is kind of the last hole. Mech just got completed, so that's going to be big. Nano blinks in. Nobody actually cares here. They're just not even changing the target. Vacuum's going to be good, but no wall follow-up. And now Nana walks straight in. Do they not see the Shadow Blade? They drop the Sentry, and it's going to be everyone on the run. The Shrine gets activated. Ben looking to drop down here. Nobody focusing on the Crystal Maiden. The ultimate doing some work here. Ajit is going to get brought down. Nana being chased as well, and somehow Execration actually holds the high ground here. Nana amped up, and looks like he will go down as well. Looks like he's going to turn around and fight. Crystal Maiden Illusion is going to take down the Crystal Maiden. There's Aegis still. X-Nova trying to help out his core a little bit. Arrow's gonna hit, and now
very
immediate Shadow Blade. Yeah, I mean they had no detection regardless. So,
I mean, the only reason why that went so badly is because once again people are underestimating the Shrine. Like that Shrine pretty much turned the fight around. There was just not enough damage after Requiem was used and a Burrow Strike to set it all up, and then they just popped the Shrine and everyone's back to full.
Yeah, also Crystal Maiden Ultimate somehow got channeled for like 4 to 5 seconds. Shadowfield was trying to right-click the CM, but I think CM was positioned right next to the range racks. So Shadowfield
look at the damage he dealt last team fight. 2,400 damage.
On the CM? I didn't see.
Yeah. He did 2,400 damage, and then Ursa is the only one who did more than him at 2,800, and everyone else did like 500.
Yeah.
So CM was carrying that team fight. At the same time, for WG, it was just SF doing damage, unfortunately.
Did anybody spend buyback there to make the defense?
No, they shouldn't have.
Okay, so that's not so bad, all things considered.
I'm telling you, it was just that Shrine. That Shrine is what allowed them to hold.
Well, the mech too, right? That also cut off quite a bit of the damage. But I think for WG, it's like, okay, well, that didn't work, but we're going to just take this last tier 2 mid, take down 2 of your shrines, and the game should be fairly easy after that.
Well, after that team fight, I mean, I gave a lot to Templar Assassin and the Ursa. Like this, TA is about to finish his Destal as well, so if WG kind of underestimate them, and TA gets in like a couple of side blades in, it's just a lot of damage coming out.
I think the most important item for Execration is probably the blink on 55. Like.
Oh right.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I mean, at this rate, they might even need it on.
Oh,
DJ
poor CM. No, he's not gonna walk up the hill.
Shadowfiend's not gonna risk it, just for a CM.
Watching CM D-wards like feels bad. You know, CM once she gets to 50 damage is not so bad.
Do you take the 50 damage over Magic Resist?
Maybe not in this game, but I think in normal games you should. Bottom side, X Nova gets caught here by, it looks like DJ's vacuum wall combination as well as Gabby's damage output, so they did lose the tier 2, but at least they're getting something in return. 55 will have to blink, so if there's ever a comeback that begins, it's gonna be off the back of the Slaughter.
He has a smoke ready. I think this is the best time to smoke.
Yeah, they smoke up immediately. And with the ward, they see Ajit farming in the jungle. Blink Crush, Ursa stuff, could be done. They see him too. Blink stun, amp damage, Nano comes in. I'm not sure if they have enough damage spin. The body block's not going to work because of the phase boots.
A lot of TVs coming in.
Time to go, Burrow Strike.
Careful.
Omni slash Epicenter is going to get cancelled. The mech's going to get used here, but Execration needs to run Nando. Can blink away if he wants to. Looks like he's thinking about even going back in. Amp damage still on Ajit. Nice 2-man Burrow Strike by Ben. Strike. And now Nando's still on the run. The raises from Nana on the low ground. That's going to be 1 kill. Gabby going to get right-click down for the 2nd kill. No, pops a refraction. Crystal Maiden going to get netted up. Crystal Maiden going to take down the healing ward before he dies. Gabby.
He's hiding.
I mean, now they know.
Slardar, they're going to catch off Slardar as well. So Slardar's going to go down here as well, I believe.
Yep.
But Gabby is still hiding. He's going to have to cut this wave, otherwise he's going to be stuck here forever.
Yeah, he's going to cut the wave. He doesn't have a TP, actually.
Yeah, he has to run back now. But, I mean, this is a lot of time wasted, right? Because he has to run for the TP back, and then start healing. I mean, this Rax is pretty much gone. There's no way you're going to
This Rax is gone. The question is, how are they going to lose more Raxes on top of this? Probably not, because there's no creeps.
Alright, Gabby comes back. They lose 1 Rax 20 minutes in.
So, I mean, that engagement was... I mean, you can't fault the Slaughter, but you also can, because he kind of jumped way before his team was capable of catching up. But if he did not jump there, Juggernaut would have walked to safety.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely can't fault him for that one. That was, like, their best chance of catching the Juggernaut. Yeah. They almost had it, but unfortunately, like, they decided to smoke before Ursa finished the Basher. So he was only, like, 500 gold off or something like that. I mean, he's still 500 gold off.
No, I think
had the Basher there. I mean, that was a guaranteed kill.
I think they had to smoke there, right? Because the Blink Dagger just got picked up. Yeah, they needed to get something done. But now they're down 1 Rax on top of all the deficit already. So, I mean, there's still stuff like Vacuum into Crush But at this point, you're kind of looking more at damage output, right? Like Crystal Maiden damage output is not going to be too reliable anymore. Your TA and your Ursa is not really doing enough. So even if you have the lockdown,
they do have the blink dagger on TA now, and I mean I think they're still like in a position where if you hit a good vacuum crush, it should be enough damage to take out WG.
okay,
Assuming like there's nothing like a healing ward sitting in the back or something like that.
or 3-man burrow strike as a reply. Well, TA is gonna get ganked right in front of his base and rip. Oh, well, DJ gets a kill next Nova.
Yeah.
I don't know if that actually matters though, because they don't need a Mirana to go for this push. All right, here we go. All eyes on DJ.
Another DC coming out. Well, he doesn't have the wall now. Vacuum is enough for another 7 seconds. This is going to be a tough defense without your TA. That damage actually might not be enough now. If Ajit is careful enough, he spins and then drops the healing ward afterwards, I think they're like perfectly fine.
We definitely need some sort of overcommitment by the WG side. Okay, spins down, so maybe that's an opening. But this Doctoral Summoner is just like in there. Blink Crush, okay, hits 2, Defensive Disruption comes out, Vacuum. Oh no, that's a miscommunication! As the Earth Clap actually hit nobody, the Requiem kills Nando immediately. Omni Slash gonna fly to the Crystal Maiden, that's gonna be 1 kill. Ben with the celebratory Epicenter comes in, tries to go for the Burrow Strike. Yeah, that's gonna be Slaughter dead. DJ gonna go down as well. And that's just GG. That's a quick game 1, guys.
I think the biggest thing to take away from this is that level 1 smoke was just game-changing, in my opinion.
Yep. I mean,
it was such a huge advantage for the Shadow Fiend that like any like strategy that Execration had for their laning phase was just like thrown out the window because of that.
right.
Slardar was forced to sit middle.
We were talking about, like Darkseer Slaughter is gonna win bottom, TA is gonna have the advantage mid, Ursa is gonna do okay against the Sand King because of the Crystal Maiden. They have all 3 lanes advantage. Doesn't matter when you lose a courier in the first blood. And Shadow Fiend just gets, 24 damage for free.
Yep, and then that just made it impossible for the TA to lane. And from then on, like, all their lane setups were just completely mixed up. And Warriors Gaming just like crushing them in the laning phase and carrying through.
Yep. That's game 1, guys. Game 2 coming up next. Shouldn't be too long as these games do happen quite quickly back to gap. So we shall see. We'll see you in a bit.